y'all, what's going on? So y'all know what it is. It is time to talk about the I drew a blank, y'all. The Real Housewives of New Jersey. And let me reiterate, for those who may be on the show that's watching, the whole trilogy is hoes as far as, I mean, you don't mean like it's a cute endearment thing, keep it moving, keep it pressing. You know, it's not meant to be a insult. Anywho, y'all, I'm all the way pissed off. Let me start this by saying this. I'm going to say this right now. Most of my loves been with me for a long time, so y'all know that I'm a survivor. I'm a breast cancer survivor. You know what I mean? And I'm at the point where I'm getting a little bit irritated with Amber and her bullshit and trying to wear fucking cancer as a crown. No, ma'am, we won't do that. We won't do that. And it's not just her. It's just, everybody struggle. Everybody dealing with cancer, whatever. No two cancer patients are alike. The only thing in common is the word cancer. That's it. You know what I mean? When it comes to the patients and the different kinds and all of this, no two cancer patients are alike. That was one of the very first things that was said to me, when I found out and I was going through my stuff, like before they even did the port or any of that. So just let me tell you that. Amber, you want to keep talking about, yes, it is a struggle. And I'm not going to say it is. But at a point, you know what I mean? Sometimes it seems like people wear that as a motherfucking badge. Like, Girl Scout badge. Oh, I'm a snow. You know what I mean? I'm a survivor and that's it. And I hope to continue being that. You know what I mean? If it come up again, I'll fight again. But, like, wearing it as a fucking badge and a crown, it's just not cool. But do what you do. Oh, that piece of hurt. I find that offensive to me. Now, some people might look at that and be like, well, I don't think that's where she's coming from. To each his own, y'all, listen, I told y'all, fuck some motherfucking cancer. This for real talk. I ain't got no motherfucking good shit to say about this shit. Like, nothing. And it is what the fuck it is. Like, just thinking that you're gonna get a cookie or some shit like that because you say you're a survivor. People survive all kinds of shit. Just because you survive cancer doesn't make you the greatest fucking survivor in the world. It's people that survive just day to fucking day. If they live in a certain neighborhood or if they struggling living in a motherfucking car, they hungry or whatever the fuck. I'm trying to survive to the next day. In some cases, some people are struggling to make it to the next second. So, survivor don't belong to breast cancer. Okay? It just is what it is, and that's just how I feel about it. We'll move forward because I really get to talking about some deep shit and what the fuck ever. Moving on along. Now, this episode kind of goes in when they start up. It starts up where the fight stopped. Y'all think my nails look tacky as hell. I need to redo them. I'm all off kilter, but I'm going for orange. This time. On a much somber note, because I'm trying to get my spirit together, because I really want to go in about that shit. About the cancer shit. But it starts out with that. Now, here's my whole thing. Okay. Really? Amber's husband, little bitty. Listen, why the fuck did you feel the need to lean over, like I said, and whisper to Teresa's brother about fucking Joe Judice? It seemed to me like your real issue was with him. Like, for real? You feeling some kind of way, little big man? I'm just saying, I didn't understand that. With that being said, then you said that silly ass shit and thought you was gonna walk the fuck off. Then you told him, quit spitting in my face and this and that and other. You in my personal space. And as I knew you would do and how you would be, you are one of those people that will say shit, think it's okay, and then say, oh, I'm gonna call the police, I'm gonna do this and that and other. You can't handle it as a man. I'm just saying. And as a man can be verbally sitting down talking whatever, a handshake. Look, We don't agree on this, blase, whatever. But that silly shit, like, don't nobody got time for that. Then you had your whole rant about, oh, I'll do 3 years and make his life miserable and this and that and other and yada, 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 yada. Well, if that's the kind of person you are, then get down. I'm glad that Joe Judice didn't get up and, come out there, because he's already, in a bad position, so he didn't get up. But his brother-in-law got his back, and he was like, a year or so ago, we was at each other's throat, but I love him. And, and I can see that between them. It's just, y'all, I'm not feeling Amber and her shit and her husband's shit. Now, I am going to say this to, is it Nicole? Not Nicole. Is it Nick? What is her name? What is, not the twin. What is Melissa? Okay, Melissa. Y'all, I'm horrible with names. Melissa, girl, in a way, I kind of understood what they were saying. And I do believe it was Gina that was saying that you kind of, whoever it was, you'll kind of stoke the fire and say shit and then step back like you didn't do shit. Like you won't own your shit and nothing. Now let me just say this. When you told the twins when y'all was shopping, you decided to say what you said to them because she said something or whatever to the, about the family or whatever. So you call yourself getting back and saying that. It wasn't casual conversation. You get what I'm saying? Like under normal circumstances, you never would have let the twins know that she had said that. You wouldn't have. They'd have known it when the damn show, you know what I mean? When the show was up or whatever. I don't feel like you would have said that. And you are the kind that will say shit, kind of shit starting, and then run away like, oh my God, you're so fucking crazy. Oh my God, you're lying. You're fucking lying. And you have your part in it. I don't want to forget that. I'm not saying Amber's right, because like I said, if she called herself being friends with them, you didn't even need to be gossiping about that shit. Why the fuck? Why? Plus, why did you feel so free to talk to Melissa about it? And she's the one that so-called forgot, when I had to counsel. And that whole shit, y'all ain't been in touch with each other. Like I said, I think you just trying to make set a position. You just trying to be the next thing. Sorry. I don't believe it's going to happen. But shit. Stranger things has happened on reality TV. You're not going to be that next thing for me. But whatever floats Bravo's boat. Okay, moving forward. Yeah, Melissa, you kind of messy. But I said that you was messy. And I see that no matter whether you and Teresa and them worked it out or whatever, you're messy. Now, here's my thing. I hate that this had to go down at Bobby's house, because this was a sit down. This was in somebody's home, and that's never good. You know what I mean? Like, it's never good anywhere. But just the fact that it was his house, and he welcomed y'all in, and this and that and other. And then when I think back to the other episode, Amber, why the fuck do you feel like this is my best friend's house? Why do you feel like you chump his ass? Not that she's just his ass, but this is his woman. You know what I mean? This is who he's with. Why would you feel like his allegiance would be to you? I'm just saying. She bring a whole lot to the table that you ain't bringing. You get what I mean? Like, why would you think instantly that's my best friend. That's who's going to ride with me, this and that. The girl, boo. Honey, for grown folks, this pussy trumps it all. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now, some people might not want to hear the word pussy. It is what the fuck it is. Okay? Anywho, so let's move forward. Then we go on, and at some point he's back in the house. He's talking to Teresa, trying to say that he said a certain thing. You backpedaled, but that's not exactly how you said it. You're lying a lick and your breath smell like shit. Yeah, that's something my auntie used to say years ago. You're lying a lick, boo. That is not exactly how you said it. I'm sorry. But I'm glad that Teresa and everybody else was able to see, he's a little disingenuous. That's not how that shit went. Blah, 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 blah. And Teresa, Teresa's kind of like, I don't want to, if I'm not talking about the case, then why in the fuck is somebody, you know what I'm saying? Why are you talking about it? I was just a soft spot to her, whatever. It's just Amber. You and your husband, Anywho, so we have that. They leaving. One of the twins' husband said, "You know what? You were right. Somebody was right." Shook Teresa's brother's hand and was like, "Whatever. He's not a man." Blah blah blah. This and that and other. Just like when he was telling him, "Get your hands out of your pocket." That's aggressive. You know what I mean? It's kind of aggressive, and it's kind of like, what the fuck? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, for real, I'm not gonna be having a disagreement with you with your hand in your pocket. I don't know what the fuck you gonna come out of your pocket with. I'm just saying, you know. So I didn't get that, but he's right. You know, y'all just need to leave that shit where it's at. Now let's move forward. Now at some point, Teresa and was it Gina? I'm trying to think. Oh, girl with the dogs with no leg. I love those dogs. Well, the dog and the little naked cat. They went and wanted to meet up with Amber. Okay. And it's like, you know, maybe we, you know, they had a conversation. It's like, maybe we not really giving Amber a chance because we don't like how her husband handled us or how her husband talked to us. So we going to try to give her a chance. And Teresa wants to let her know how she feels about it. So they go to this damn spa and have shit put on their face. Like, I can't make this shit up. I'm sorry, if I'm going to have a treatment done, boo-boo, I'm going to need a list of the shit you got. And then if it's some shit I don't know, I'm on here with Siri. Like, I can't. No. You'll never just put shit on my face and then be like, oh, well, I put the Quirrell shit on your face. No. God, please. Anyway, so they sitting there talking. It was kind of like what, you know, Teresa said what she had to say. Oh, girl was like, should I have said that? No. But, you know, I was talking to Melissa behind closed doors or whatever. And, you know, I'm thinking it's just me and her. But still, that's in your personality. So when everybody turns their back, you the bitch that's going to be talking about everybody. I'm just saying. You know, and I can see how you and Melissa might have been friends. Again, like I said, I believe Melissa's messy as hell. You know, and she will stoke the fire, say this, not own up to her shit. You know, and she's messy. So, you know, Teresa's like, she don't want to hear about that. So they have that whole shit. They get your shit wiped off their face. We gonna move forward. Now, meanwhile, somewhere in the middle of that, my girl wants to go on a date. She's going on a date with old dude who she met who was in the little fire suit. Now, she's sitting there. She done went to the little place. And she's sitting there waiting. And time go by. And I'm like, I know he is not going to try to stand her up. Like, for real. You know, and I'm like, why has he called her something? He came in there, said what he said, and I just felt like you could have just gave her a call and said, listen, you said it was the tire or whatever. You know, my tire got a flat, blah, blah, blah. But if you would have said something, then she would have known, you know, what was going on. Or like she said, you know, we can set her for another day. But you was there, y'all kind of talked, and you was like, no. You know, I really wanted to meet with you, blah, blah, blah. It was nice. She paid for everything. You were nice to her, but you were late. You took her out to the cab. You was a gentleman. You gave the money for the cab and all of that. So I'm going to give you kudos on that, but I just wish you would have been on time. But we'll see how this plays out, honey. She might just need a little something in her hot pocket, and you might be just the one to get her done. So moving forward. And her and her daughter went to go get little heart tattoos. You better than me, because baby, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Now my Brittany, that half of the twins, she don't have a tattoo, but Brent does. He's got my name and both of his grandmother's names and stuff like that, but Brittany doesn't, and she don't never have to worry about me, which I thought it was cute, and I did understand where y'all were going with. You got a cute little heart, something that could be covered up. Child, I wouldn't give a fuck if it was a period and an exclamation mark. No. Because by the time, as soon as they stick me with that shit, I'm going to feel some kind of way, I think, and hit some motherfucking body. So, that ain't for me. Ain't no need of me fighting and shit in the damn tattoo parlor and shit. And, you know, ain't no need of me doing that, because I know I'm going to feel some type of way. You know, so don't stick me with no motherfucking needle unless you're trying to save my life or some shit like that. Like, I can't. But to each his own, you know. And I do love the dynamics between you and your daughter. I absolutely love that. And I know, like, to me, as they get older, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, they doing their own thing. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's just different. I don't know. I feel you on what you're going through. And with that being, I believe your only child, so I imagine that's really hard. Moving forward. Because it wasn't a whole lot that went on, y'all. It really wasn't. Let's see. At one point, Amber, let me go to this, honey. Bobby goes over to Amber and Lil Bitty's house. Now, as they leaving Bobby's house, it's kind of like, he's like, I'm going to have a talk with that asshole, or whatever the fuck he said. Okay, Lil Bitty, whatever. And Amber's pretty much, just like she was on Twitter some days ago, when the shit went down, and 2 days later talking about he's the one who started it. Why did he have to say it? How could you? Okay, boo. You could have just shut what they call the fuck up and never even said it to Melissa. Like, for real. You know, so I guess, you know, you saying since we was friends so long, why would you turn on us? Blah, blah, blah. So he comes over and wants to talk, you know, and y'all doing laundry and shit and kind of giving him this look. And, you know, it's basically, the bottom line is that, you know, like, for real, they basically like, you ain't our friend no more, you know. Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. It cut off. Let me just start back. I'll put these together. So, basically, at the end of the day, you all have established that he took his girlfriend's side or whatever. But like he said, you know, let this, you know, let her know, his girlfriend, that, you know, I really got your back and I'm there for you. You know, and he's like, you know, she really didn't do no wrong and this and that and other, you know. And, okay, so be it. So y'all walk him out, whatever. You know, whatever. See you when one motherfucking be you. That's what it is. You know, like I said, he's gonna ride with his woman or whatever. If she never would have said that shit, period, there would be nothing to talk about. Now, somewhere in the midst of this, somebody done told Amber that maybe she should talk to Melissa and try to see if they can work this shit out. Okay. So she wants to meet up with her. They have this whole dinner. Something. I'm meeting up for lunch and Amber's already there. And soon as Melissa gets there, she kind of is like, well, how's your head? Which is shady boots. But like I said, Melissa, you are shady as hell. You are. And Amber's kind of like, what you mean? Like, a headache? Or what, you know, what do you mean? And she was like, I lose my hair in the shower, whatever. Okay. Then she's like, we need to have a conversation. As they go on and they kind of going back and forth. And she's like, telling her, why would you, you know, do that, being that you're the reason why this is going on. At one point, it's like they both calling each other delusional. Melissa's like, well, you know, basically you tell lies. Okay. I don't know what the other lies are. I mean, she did say that in the car. But Melissa, I'm going to need you to get in here and kind of own up to some shit. Like, for real talk. You know, you know, Amber was wrong, no doubt about it, but your ass was wrong too. If we really think about, you know what I'm saying how this shit could have went, yeah, you know, Melissa could have never mentioned that shit, because when you said it to them, you basically said it to them because you had an attitude about them telling you about what Amber's husband said. So it was kind of like, oh, well, okay. Well, since she said this, let me tell y'all that. So, you know, you was shady in a motherfucker in this shit. You know, you really were. And I think you and Amber both are shady. You know, and it is what it is. I think as far as Bobby, at the end of the motherfucking day, yeah, he was friends with them or whatever, however many years. But like I said, I didn't kick the actual factuals and told y'all what the fuck it is. His woman brings more to the table than Amber or any other bitch there. You get what I'm saying? That's his woman. That's who he's bedding. That's who's bedding him down. That's who's getting him together. That's who he love or whatever. So he gonna ride with her. And hopefully somewhere down the road, maybe they'll get married or whatever. So why do you think he would ride any tougher with you? I'm just trying to understand that, because at the end of the day, when you left your husband, y'all left together. He rode with you. My husband's gonna ride with me. You know what I'm saying? So you want to get on Twitter and do all that bullshit that you doing and coming for Bobby and this and that and other and carrying on and yada yada yada. And I can't wait till the reunion come. I know we early in this shit, but I really fucking can't wait till the reunion come. I'm really gonna make it through this video. I don't know what my little webcam is doing, but anywho, I can't wait for the reunion. What I was getting ready to say is evidently you done took somebody's pictures and shit, and yeah, I'm gonna get into that. Y'all, it's a little shade I'm gonna get into a little bit later, but girl, I don't know what you trying to do. Maybe you trying to be the next star, whatever, girl. I don't see it for you. I don't see it for you at all, Pudding. What else? What else am I gonna say? That's about the gist of it. It was, it had a few little parts in it, that was, for the most part, that was pretty good or whatever. Oh, wait. Let me say this. So the baby went outside in the back, Teresa's daughter, Joe Giudice's wife. And evidently the dog then ate the damn chickens. Now, I can kind of relate to that because I'm like, y'all know I got Bougie, which is a cockapoo. But y'all know my big baby, Cyrus the Virus, is the Bolio pit bull. So he, rabbit ass dog. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. And so the dog then ate the chicken. And then the oldest one's like, oh my God. And she's upset and she didn't see the little chicken. So they took the baby, the one that likes to set it off, took her to the little chicken shit where they go, they gonna try to replace the shit. Her daddy took her. In the midst of that, old girl was there kind of like, you need to talk. I'm here for you. Whatever you need, whatever. I do love how they come together. Like I said, I love that. Being there for them while they're going through this. I absolutely love that. But I just got so damn tickled. And then when the baby said, why the chicken only got two feet or whatever she said, she was like, oh, I have my finger on it or whatever. Then the baby is over there with the sheep, and the sheep, honey, she letting the sheep have it, and it was the cutest little thing. I think that's the cutest, cutest shit that I've ever seen her do, because, honey, she normally be cutting up something terrible. But I thought that was cute or whatever. So that's a little bit of, extra something. I'm pretty sure it's going to get better. Only get better. On the next episode, one of the twin sons is learning how to drive and all of that. And I think it's great. He's the one that's, want to be a part of the restaurant or whatever. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to get to that damn restaurant at some point. Now, I used to travel with my mother to New York. Like I done told y'all, my mother got a club and a little travel agency and all of that. And I used to, years ago, younger, travel to New York. And a lot of times when we would go really stay in the outskirts, Amityville. But y'all, my fat ass done got leery and fucking, I want to get on a plane as less as I have to. You know what I mean? But I kind of want to go there. I kind of want to try the restaurant and all of that. And one day, maybe get to, sit down and talk with the twins or whatever. It's a lot of folks from the Atlanta, from the Housewives series that I would love to sit down and talk with. But I really think I'm going to have to make my way to damn it, New York, honey. And have me a nice meal. A nice sit down. I think I am. So y'all, on that note, I'm out of here. I'm sorry this cut out. I got to kind of put them together. But that's kind of what I think of it. My question to y'all is this. And I really, for those who are watching the show with me, and y'all know we be brutally honest over here. It ain't no fucking favoritism or whatever. Although I do like the twins. It is what it is. But y'all know we agree to disagree on that. I respect, whoever you digging. But my question is this. Do you think that they should be as mad at Bobby as they are? You know what I mean? Like, should they, shouldn't it also be that they live it and Amber saying, you know what I'm saying? Not Amber, Melissa saying what the fuck she said. Should it be that every fucking thing lies on him? Like, I don't think so. And that's my motherfucking question. And with that being said, let me ask this other one. Am I the only one that thinks Melissa's kind of shady boots? She ain't even kind of shady, but she is shady. And she will hit the motherfucking shit, you know, like some shit and run, or hit some shit and run like she ain't did shit. So y'all answer that for me and let me know. I'm out. Much love.